All right, what's good, y'all? Come on in. Come on in here. Cause y'all, we got some good stuff that we are about to cover. Jesus Christ. The Trump administration and his team, y'all, every day it is something going on. Something going on. Now I know I ask this all the time, and y'all tell me, yes, Trump does sleep, but he sleeps on a good 4 hours. And I'd be like, that must have been the best 4 hours of his life, because I swear some people say he don't sleep. And I'm just like, I mean, how? How? Because like every time you turn around, this man is active. Okay, get you a president that is active. Get you a president who has been screaming since day one. He gonna do what he need to do and been doing it. It is crazy. Anywho, y'all, we finna dive into a lot of good stuff. We have some stuff to cover. So I'm finna dive right into it. Coming straight from my boy, Benny Johnson. I give you the White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller versus CNN's Kasie Hunt. Hunt asked if Trump administration ignored orders from the district judge to stop the deportations, then fatality hit. Okay, let's get into it, y'all.
So you called the judge's order just earlier today, quote, patently unlawful, end quote, and said that it was an assault on democracy itself. Does that mean that the administration is ignoring this order, and might you ignore future court orders that meet the criteria you laid out?
The President of the United States and his administration reserve all rights under the Constitution to conduct national security operations in defense of the United States. The Alien Enemies Act, which was passed into law by the founding generation of this country, men like John Adams, was written explicitly to give the president the authority to repel an alien invasion of the United States. That is not something that a district court judge has any authority whatsoever to interfere with, to enjoin, to restrict, or to restrain any way. You can read the law yourself. There's not one clause in that law that makes it subject to judicial review, let alone district court review.
So, Stephen, when you say that this person has no authority at all, this is how our system works. It starts with these judges and then continues up. At what point does it become, in your view, legal for the justice system to be looking at this and making a judgment? And I fail to see how there's any other way but to start with where we're starting here before you get to eventually the Supreme Court.
Well, so first of all, there's a term in law, justiciable. This is not justiciable. In other words, this is not subject to judicial remedy. When the president is exercising his Article 2 powers to defend the country against an invasion or to repel a foreign terrorist that is unlawfully in the country, he's exercising his core Article 2 powers as commander-in-chief.
Is Venezuela invading the U.S.?
Wait a minute.
This is a very important point. This is a Title 50 authority. It's a commander-in-chief authority. So just to ask you a simple question, you talk about how the system works. Does a district court judge have the right to direct or enjoin troop movements overseas? Yes or no?
Well, Stephen, my question.
Yes or no?
You could answer my question first.
In other words,
is Venezuela invading our country in a way that would apply this way?
So I'll answer yours and you'll answer mine. Under the terms of the statute, Tren de Aragua is an alien enemy force that has come here as detailed at length in the proclamation at the direction of the Venezuelan government. The statute says that a president has the ability to repel an invasion or predatory incursion that is directed by a foreign
state
government.
or a government, right? Are they a state or a government?
This would be, yes, it is documented. The TDA was sent by the Venezuelan government in the proclamation. And here's an even more important point. Under the Constitution, who makes that determination? A district court judge elected by no one, or the commander-in-chief of the Army and Navy? The president and the president alone makes a decision of what triggers that determination.
So do you then think we are actually at war with Venezuela, the nation-state of Venezuela?
You're not hearing me and you're not understanding me.
Facts, for real. Seriously.
Read the statute. Alien Enemies Act, 1798. It says if a predatory incursion is perpetrated by a foreign government. So it lists three qualifying actions. It could be an act
it does
of war.
say in the very beginning there has to be a declared war against a nation or a state. That's what it says.
No, wrong. Look up the statute. It's on my account on social
That's
media.
actually where we
Checker.
found
You'll see it.
Fact checker.
Yes. It says, or a predatory incursion, or an invasion. The statute delineates 3 criteria for triggering the Alien Enemies Act. One is an act of war, which, by the way, an invasion is an act of war, but put that aside. One is an invasion, which this is. One is a predatory incursion, which this is. So it actually meets all 3 statutory criteria. But with respect to this particular statute, the proclamation is utilizing the incursion and invasion language in the statute.
So,
but this is a very important question because no, hold on.
Yeah, hang
it's
on.
A very important question. You said the way our system works is the President of the United States commands the armed forces of the country, commands the foreign policy of the country, and that's subject to district court review. That is fundamentally untrue.
I never said that, Stephen. I did not say.
That has never been true.
This was not a military operation.
A district court judge can no more enjoin the expulsion of foreign terrorists to foreign soil that he can direct the movement of Air Force One, that he can direct the movement of an aircraft carrier, that he can direct Marco Rubio to engage in diplomacy in a country or not.
Do you think the Supreme Court has any say over this or not? Does the Supreme Court of the United States have any say over the things that you were just outlining right here?
I believe what the Supreme Court will say is what I just said, which is that the president's conduct here is not subject to judicial review.
Okay, but you are acknowledging that they do, in fact, have a say here, even though you think they may agree with you.
What we are expecting is the Supreme Court to say what has always been the case, which is when the president is using his powers as commander-in-chief, those determinations are not subject to judicial review. In other words, the president's designation of Trinidad as a foreign terrorist organization and as an alien enemy are part of his inherent plenary authority. There is no way.
At what point in the system, Stephen,
how are you going to expel?
Power?
How are you going to expel illegal alien invaders from our country who are raping little girls, who are murdering little girls? If each and every deportation has to be adjudicated in a district court judge, that means you have no country. It means you have no sovereignty. It means you have no future. It is fundamentally incompatible to have a country and have individual expulsions adjudicated by a single district court judge.
I'm just trying to figure out at what point in the system do you, because what does the Trump administration believe? Because we do have separation of powers in this country. I hear what you're saying.
Yes,
you're saying
separation
the district
of powers.
Court does not
this is the judiciary
have
interfering
Stephen,
in
let me finish.
the executive function.
That
is the separation of powers. That is the separation of powers.
Did you ignore the judge's order here because you thought you could?
So the judge's order and the actions taken by the Departments of Defense, Justice, and Homeland Security are not in conflict. And the Department of Justice has been clear that they are not in conflict. But
so you think that you did go along with the order that the judge put out? You do not think that the Trump administration defied this order?
As the Justice Department said, there is no conflict between the judge's order and the actions taken by the departments I just listed. But I'm making a deeper and more fundamental point.
Yeah.
The district court
if you don't
has
have
no
to follow
ability.
It, why didn't you?
The district court has no ability to, in any way.
We're going to go back some, y'all, but she's trying to get a ha-ha moment. And the ha-ha moment, you looking ha-ha. Okay, Bimbo? Let's get it.
Restrain the president's authorities under the Alien Enemies Act or his ability to conduct the foreign affairs of the United States. Let me paint a picture for you.
Paint it.
President Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio had engaged in intensive diplomacy to obtain a bilateral security agreement with the nation of El Salvador. If a district court judge can join that bilateral security agreement, then we do not have a democracy.
Stephen, you've made your argument.
We do not have a foreign policy.
We've heard you say this. Did you ignore? Did the administration ignore the order from the district judge? It's a simple question.
I've answered it. I've answered it because the Department of Justice has made a filing in the court. But let me make another point. The judge, in this case, put the lives of every single person on those aircraft at risk. Did he know how much fuel was in those planes? Did he know the flight conditions? Did he know the weather conditions? Did he know how many crew hours? Did he know the need for crew rest? Did he know any of that? No. This judge violated the law. He violated the Constitution. He defied the system of government that we have in this country.
Because that does seem to be what you're arguing.
These same district court judges
didn't
do a damn thing to stop Joe Biden from flooding this nation with millions of illegal aliens. These district court judges didn't issue any injunctions to save the lives of Jocelyn Nungary or Laken Riley or anyone
federal
else.
courts. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that what you said, there's a separation of powers. The judiciary exercises judgment and relief.
I don't speak for the White House. You are here to speak.
I will do.
You're here to speak for the White House.
I
just want you to answer that one simple question.
I am. Ready? Here we go. Under a proper reading of the Constitution, district court judges provide relief to individual plaintiffs seeking relief. District court judges do not have the authority, as a general matter, to enjoin the functioning of the executive branch. But their authority is at its lowest point when the president is exercising his powers as commander-in-chief. And I asked you a question, you never answered it. Can a judge enjoin troop movements overseas? Can a district court judge enjoin troop movements overseas?
Stephen,
yes or no?
I am not going to get into the
just say no, and then you'll know that I'm right.
This is a
just
separate
say no,
question,
and you'll know that
Stephen.
I'm right.
Okay, we're not talking about other troops
the
overseas.
president.
I need to ask you about something else.
The president issued a proclamation delineating in detail how the Venezuelan regime sent this gang, this terrorist organization, to our shores. And by the way, and I love being here, but all the outrage that we are seeing from the Democrat Party and from the corporate media.
Dang, that was good, y'all. Okay, if you want to watch the full clip, you got to go watch it. I think we watched dang near most of it. Yep, but if y'all don't know about Stephen Miller, he gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you. And they already know what they stand up against anytime they go on CNN and all these fake news media that's getting paid and was getting paid, or however you want to look at it. They already know what to expect coming on there. Anywho, y'all, we finna keep it moving. My girl, Marjorie Taylor Greene, y'all. Hey there. Let's get into it. And she just got her take on pretty much this is what Democrats in their shields and in the media, the mouthpiece of the Democrat Party, want you to know. Pay attention now, because some of y'all voted for these folks.
I just want to come on here and make sure that you guys are fully informed and aware that the Democrats in the media are very triggered today. They are very upset. And the one thing they are extremely upset about is that President Trump and his great administration, borders are Tom Homan, who is doing the greatest job we could ever ask for. It's what we all voted for.
Yes.
How dare they? This is what the Democrats and media are upset over. They are upset that how dare they arrest criminal cartel members, murderers, rapists, and pedophiles, and put them on airplanes and fly them to El Salvador to go to prison. That is what they are carrying on, and they're so upset over. They're calling them migrants. They are calling criminal cartels, murderers, rapists, and pedophiles. They're calling them migrants, and they're upset that these criminals, cartel members, violent murderers, rapists, and pedophiles were sent to El Salvador on planes and put in prison. That's the message from the Democrats. That's the message from their shills in the media. That's what they want you to know. That's what they're mad about. Now think about this. Did they complain and carry on about the Biden administration opening our borders up and invading our country with millions and millions, tens of millions of people from all over the world? No, they didn't complain about that
at all.
Did they complain about several hundred Americans dying every single day from Chinese fentanyl that's trafficked across our border by cartels and sold all over the United States? No, they didn't carry on and on about that. Did they go on and lament and bring on expert after expert and talk in detail about the timing of the horrific illegal monster that murdered Laken Riley? Did they talk about the day that he came in the country? Did they talk about when he went to New York? Did they talk about when he was arrested in New York? Did they talk about when he was released in New York? Did they talk about the timing of when he came to Georgia and when he murdered Laken Riley? No, they didn't do that. But you know what they did tonight? They went in massive detail talking about these deportations of criminal, violent cartel members. And they talked about the judge's order in detail,
Excuse me.
the timing and all this stuff. You know what, though? They don't care about Americans. The Democrats and the media hate this country, and they remind us every single day. And today, they made sure to remind all of us how much they hate America and how much they fight for cartels, migrants, and foreign countries and foreign wars. That's what they talk about every single day. They don't talk about the price of eggs coming down. They don't talk about the price of gas coming down.
Milk.
They don't talk about inflation coming down. No, they work very hard to make sure that their message to you is America last. And that's what you need to know today.
America last and they pockets fat. Okay? Facts. We talking about the same people that didn't stand for children and widows and people who have lost their loved ones and stuff like that. We talking about them same folks when Trump addressed Congress. Oh yeah, we talking about them same folks. We talking about them same folks that this happened with the past administration when Laken Riley was hurt and they didn't sign no act and had every chance to do that and reach out to the oh yeah, we talking about okay. I'm just checking. I'm just trying to make sure we all on the same page here. That's crazy. Coming from @TonyX2. I'm speaking to liberals. What side are you on? The amount of happiness you get when you see judges trying to stop Trump from sending illegals back, you just jumping for joy. Sick. Like, this what they own. Let's check it out, y'all.
At this point, I'm trying to figure out what side are you on? I'm speaking
Me
to liberals. What side are you on? The amount of happiness that you get when you see judges trying to stop President Trump from sending all of those illegals back to where they come from, you're just jumping for joy. But for 4 years, under Biden and Harris, the border has been wide open. We've allowed millions of criminals and individuals connected to organized crime, drug dealing, drug smuggling, human trafficking to enter our borders and terrorize our cities. And you guys are happy? You guys are happy about that? I mean, just recently we sent over 200 alleged gang members back to Venezuela. Democrats had a problem with that. These are some of the most dangerous criminals on the face of the earth, terrorists. But I see liberals love anarchy. They love our country to be ran into the ground. They love our citizens to be living in fear. And we need to thank Tom Homan for all the service that he's provided the United States of America.
Yeah.
We need to thank him for all that he's doing,
Thank
securing
you.
our borders, sending illegals back to the countries of their origin. And it's insane that liberals would rather see this country burn to the ground or they give up power. They would lead you to believe that your rights is being trampled on, Constitution is being disregarded.
The lies.
No, that was under Biden. 8 years under Obama, he basically shredded the Constitution. He bombed American citizens. He did all the things imaginable to divide the country. No one talks about that. But yet people will get in my comment section.
Come on.
They'll call insults.
Preach.
They'll say I'm lying.
Come on.
They'll bash Donald Trump.
Tell me about it.
But they never look at the facts.
At all.
So I say again, liberals, what side are you on? Are you on the side of healing this country, making it better? Or are you on the side of destruction? Are you on the side of creating racial divisions and lines? Are you on the side of criminals? Because your actions have shown otherwise.
Okay, Ed King _ what is that? Million now. Y'all know I can screw some names up. Bear with me. I believe that's it. We finna keep it moving. Anywho, but yeah, what side? What side? Criminals, rape, murderers, fentanyl, drugs. Like, what side are you on? Y'all support that? That's what y'all want? I'm just asking. We all want to know. Oh, here go this bimbo. Omar Costa Alien Enemies Act of 1798, un-American, coming from somebody who ain't even supposed to be ain't even supposed to be here, but over here. Someone who married her own brother so he could be here. Like, I'm sick of it. Let's get into it.
It is hard to imagine anything more un-American than that. The Trump administration's immigration policy is a threat to immigrants like criminals. America is too great to fall prey to Donald Trump's anti-immigrant agenda. We need to restore basic humanity to our immigration system, and that starts with repealing the Alien Enemies Act of 1798.
How you in red? Pay attention in the red.
With our Neighbors Not Enemies Act.
Pay
Together,
attention.
we will end this xenophobic law once and for all. It is hard
so
to
you
imagine.
You think. Girl, shut up. I'm so sick of these folks. That's coming straight from N Wokeness, y'all, on X. All right. At Patreon Mom 717, y'all, she be having some of the best posts on here. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Because if you sympathize with foreign criminals over the safety of your American citizens, you can get out too. Come on. Now, sign that as an executive order. Now, let's see how many bold that goes for, what's her name? Crockett, Take Your Teller, anybody. That lady we just got through, watch Omar, anybody. Sign an executive order for that. Let's see how many people that has these folks back want to go with them. I can bet you, they ain't trying to go. Trump, I think you need to sign an executive order. Yes. Let's do a petition. We need that. We need that. You can get out too. You can go right with them. Whoever support that, y'all can go right with them. Raise your hands. How many people want to go with them folks? I didn't think so. Let's get into it, y'all. Vote crazy.
If you are someone complaining about this administration deporting people to a prison in El Salvador and cheering on an activist judge who tried to stop the transit, I'm going to need you to explain to me, like I am 5, your thought process, because how any sane person could take issue with 238 foreign gang members from a terrorist group who have taken over American cities, murdered American people, flooded this country with drugs, being deported? That's beyond me. America's not a dumping ground for foreign criminals. We do not exist to clean up other countries' gang problem. You guys are actually insane, crying over these people not getting their due process and essentially being uprooted from their lives and their families. Good? Maybe let's not humanize MS-13 gang members who get off on murdering people. Last time I checked, the American citizens who lost their lives at the hands of an illegal didn't get their due process either. So I quite literally do not care about the well-being of members of the cartel. They can get out and stay out. And if you sympathize with foreign criminals over the safety of your American citizens, you can get out too and reside yourselves on the saving violent Venezuelan gangs hill that you so eagerly want to die on.
Facts. Baby,
facts.
Where's the lies, y'all?
Administration deporting people to
Where's the lies? Where's your name at? Where you at, girl? We need to be able to follow you, okay? Because I like everything she was spitting and saying. Facts. Bye. Go with them. Her name is not on here, y'all. Her name is not on here. But she is speaking some real facts. Go with them. Go with them. I can bet you they tells. Sign an executive order for them, whoever feel like, crying over these bimbos and stuff like that, saying this and the other. Bye. Y'all can go with them. Sign an executive order. Let's see how many people going to really go. Let's see. Oh, my God, y'all. Here go Screwer. Greedy Americans. Listen to y'all. Greedy Americans coming straight from Greg_Price11. Greedy Americans who want to keep more of their own money. Why not? It's our money. We worked hard for it. What the hell? Their attitude is, I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? Y'all, let's get into what this bimbo is going to say. Hopefully I can be quiet and just watch him talk without snapping. Let's dive into it. Breathe in, y'all. Breathe out. Let's go. Because I swear he always got something stupid flying out their mouth. It seemed like they all got one thing in common, and that's stupid stuff just flying out their mouth left to right. Let's get into it.
And you know what their attitude is?
Oh, Lord, hang on. So I got to start. When you see that V, you already know he didn't enter the show with the miserable B bimbos. The miserable B, I'm going to keep it clean, bimbos. And then you got the male bimbo on here. We already know what type of party this is going to be. They're all extremely miserable. I said I was going to try to play it through, but when I seen that miserable V right there, I already know what to expect coming from this. Let's get it.
I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers?
Hang tight. Wait a minute. Whoa. Because it's a different. How dare y'all take our taxpayer money, do what y'all want to do with it, and then it goes in y'all pockets without y'all working hard or nothing for it. Y'all just living off of us. If it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't be in the positions that y'all in. Let's be for real now. We the people voted y'all where y'all at. So how in the hell you say how there's my money? Yes, mother effer, it's my money. Yes, I built my job from the ground up. Whatever that, man, come on, do not let me. Because y'all eating good and living good because of us. We put y'all in y'all positions. Y'all keep forgetting. Like y'all put yourselves in y'all position. Y'all don't get me started. Don't get me started. Let's play it through. I thought I was gonna let it go.
My the land and water that I own, or my employees. They hate government. Government's a barrier to people. A barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it. We are not letting them do it, and we're united.
Okay, good.
Of course, y'all. Of course, they don't want us to destroy the government because this is how these folks are getting funding and paid. That's all they care about. They trying to make it seem like Elon and them is freaking, just trying to take. No. They They trying to save money because, again, let me just make this clear. Y'all, America is going to go bankrupt if they don't get this spending underhand. Do y'all understand how in the hell do a country go bankrupt? An entire country at that. How? Well, let me tell you how. Since Elon and his whole team has been in the office, they have been showing y'all and that's the thing. Y'all still so ungrateful. These folks is showing y'all, exposing y'all where y'all tax dollars have been going to. And a lot of y'all was complaining because a lot of y'all taxes was getting cut. Y'all wasn't getting y'all full tax stuff. Now you see why. Be appreciative. Y'all should be very grateful and very thankful that these folks, y'all have somebody that's really actually caring for the country and the American people. Y'all should be very grateful right now that they are exposing and showing y'all exactly what they doing with y'all tax dollars. And some of y'all still not satisfied. That's the type of stuff that pisses me off. That's the type of stuff that pisses me off. And they screaming, yeah, we trying to save the government and all this. No, y'all trying to make sure that y'all funds and all this other type of stuff, that y'all money is protected. Y'all could care less about us. Y'all could care less about the country. Because if we would have let y'all have, we'd be in bankrupt by now. Y'all could care less. Y'all have y'all plans. Y'all have y'all where y'all can go to. Y'all don't care about us. If this was to crumble and something was to go down, y'all, I can guarantee you they set to get their families up out of here and go wherever they need to go and be like, we don't care nothing about y'all. Y'all survive on, y'all got it. Survive. That's what I be talking about, man. Y'all better be paying attention, dog. Because I hate to say it. We all had a part of putting these people in place. And it's crazy. Now, I'm gonna end this like this because it's okay when another president do it. But it's hell when this president does it, or Elon. It's okay when another president says things. Oh, we get bypassed. A lot of stuff get bypassed. Okay. But then it's a problem when Elon does it or Trump does something. I'm just saying, coming straight from Elon's page, y'all. I'm in it like this. We're going to chop it up in the comment section. Check this out, though. This was June 12th of 2011.
Everyone knows that getting rid of the deficit will require some tough decisions. Mm-hmm. And that includes cutting back on billions of dollars in programs that a lot of people care about. But what should be easy is getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit anybody. We're calling it the campaign to cut waste.
There's been a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the government during the Biden administration.
which estimated the federal government fraud to be $500 billion. What we're trying to do is get that number down to a much smaller figure, save money for the American taxpayer, stop money being spent on things that I think very few taxpayers would agree make sense. Transgender animal surgeries. Or why are the 20 million people who are definitely dead marked as alive in the Social Security database?
Okay. Straight from Fox News, y'all. So let me just ask y'all a real question. What's the difference? The years? Because that was back in 2011. It's now 2025. They're saying the same thing. Was y'all cahooting and hollering when Obama said it? I'm just asking, because what I've just watched, they're both saying the same thing. It's just phrased differently. But they're saying the exact same thing. So why no backlash? When Obama, and I played it not too long ago, when he was talking about getting the illegals up out of here and all this other type, by any means necessary, where's the backlash? Where's the chaos? Where's that at? So why is that one person can do it but the other can't? Help me understand. I'm asking questions. Because common sense, people that got common sense, they literally just said the same thing. But yet Elon is being protested against. Tesla's being scratched up of owners who don't even have anything to do with dealerships, catching cars on fire, all this other type of stuff that's going on. He's catching all of this. And Obama said the same thing in 2011. And I don't even remember or recall seeing any of this type of chaos going on. So again, what side are you on? Make it make sense, because it can't. Anywho, y'all, let's chop it up in the comment section. I told y'all we was going to cover something good. Until the next reaction, y'all stay tuned in. I'm finna be back. Okay? Let's talk.